Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this curtain fold or drapery fold card, and we're going to be using our Share What You Love Designer Series paper. The paper is part of an upcoming promotion in May called the Share What You Love promotion, which includes some bundles, and the paper is just absolutely gorgeous, so I want to just show that to you first. You get double-sided patterns, as is usual in our Designer Series papers. So here's one side, and you can see that some of these pieces have this amazing shimmer to them, which is really fun. And then you flip it over, and you have some more amazing patterns on this side. Also, another one that has those shimmery accents to it. Isn't that fun? The bundle will be available beginning May 1st, and it will include all of these goodies. Now, we do have a couple other bundles that will be available, but they just don't have as much stuff in them. So I really recommend the Gotta Have It All bundle, because when you see what you get in this bundle, you are going to be amazed. To start with, we have two stamp sets. We have the Love What You Do stamp set, which is amazing. And then we also have the Make a Difference stamp set, which is a photopolymer alphabet set, which gives you all these letters to create anything you want, along with some fun phrases to mark the back of your cards. You'll also get a package of Very Vanilla cardstock and a package of the Share What You Love cardstock, which has 4 colors: Rich Raspberry Old Olive, one of our new colors Grapefruit Grove, and one of our returning in colors Mint Melody. You'll also receive a package of our pearlized doilies, which are just that. They have a really nice pearlized sheen on them, and then the other side is white. You get the Designer Series paper that I already showed you. You get one of our brand new ink pads. This is the Grapefruit Grove pad that is a new in color to us. You will get this pad. You will also get our Rich Raspberry 1/4 inch velvet ribbon, an entire roll of this. You'll get our Share What You Love artisan pearls in the So Saffron, Tranquil Tide, Rich Raspberry, Grapefruit Grove, and Petal Pink. You will get our lovely floral dynamic textured impressions embossing folder. And this is how that folder, what you would get with this folder. Look at that amazing dimension that you get on these dynamic folders. Love that. And then you get free items in this bundle. You'll get our Statement of the Heart free stamp, which is amazing. We all love this. You'll get the Share What You Love embellishment kit, which comes in this gorgeous box that is perfectly sized to fit greeting cards and envelopes. It includes some self-adhesive roses, paper clips, some white thread, Tranquil Tide baker's twine, and a collection of die-cut, laser-cut actually, tags. And you also get a free package of Very Vanilla medium envelopes. So these are all your free items in the bundle, which is a huge amount of money. Also, if you order the bundle from me, I will email you a document showing you 30 different cards using this bundle. 25 of them use the products in the bundle with a few extra supplies that you'll probably have. And then we have 5 stepped up cards that use other items that we sell in our catalog. So you'll have 30 ideas that you will get from me for free if you purchase this bundle in May. All right, let's get started with the card. We need some cardstock pieces and Designer Series paper pieces. So I've got an 8.5 by 11 cardstock base. I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 inch panel for the inside, 3/4 by 5 1/4 inch strip for the inside, a couple scraps, basic black and crumb cake, along with a piece of this amazing Designer Series paper. Let me bring in my paper trimmer and we'll start with this piece. Okay, so to start with, you've got a piece of Designer Series paper that measures 4 inches by 11.5. We're going to slide this into the trimmer, and we're going to score this at 3 inches. Okay. Pull it out, kind of gently get it to start folding on that line so you can see it. And then we're going to bring it back into the trimmer, and we're going to line up the score line in the track right here. And then this point up here is going to be at the 1.5 inch mark. Now let me scoot that down just a hair. 1.5 inch mark for the point, and then the score line in the track. And we are going to cut this off. Okay. And now you have this piece that you want to save, because I have another video showing you what to create with this strip here. You can find that up here. So we have this back in the trimmer. We started our score at 3. We're also going to score it at 4. We're going to score it at 6. Swing out the arm, score it at 7, 9, and 10. Okay, and now the reason I had you score the first line and then cut is because I didn't want any score lines in this piece of cardstock or this piece of Designer Series paper, because I want to use this on another project, and if it's full of score lines, it's not going to look as nice as I may want it. Okay, I'm going to bring in our card base. We're going to fold that in half and burnish that with a bone folder. And now we have our piece of Designer Series paper. We're going to start with our 3-inch fold, and we're going to fold it towards us. And you want to make sure that it's lined up here at the top. So that will just make it lay on your paper nicely. And then you're going to fold back on that 4-inch score line. Find the 6-inch score line, bring it towards you. Fold it back on the 7. Find the 9, fold it towards you, and away from you on the 10. Okay? And so now you have this super fun zigzagged piece that we're going to add to our card. But I do want to add some adhesive to this first, and I find the easiest way to do this is to take these smaller sections, all these little 1-inch sections, and just add some liquid glue to them. And flip it over and do the same thing on these 1-inch sections. And then we're just going to fold back on the folds and press down. And the reason I use liquid glue is because when these pleats are folded, they're going to want to not stay flat. And so you want to use heavier adhesive other than, say, snail, that will actually keep this together. So we'll just press that down. And if you want your pleats to lay flatter, I guess, than they are right now, you can certainly go underneath here and add some adhesive if you'd like. I kind of think it's cool on the card when the pleats do pop up just a little bit, so I'm going to leave that. And now we're going to attach it to our card base. And I'm going to add the glue all the way around this 3-inch section. And then I'm going to come down these pleated panels here. Okay. And then we're just going to line this up so that it's between, this piece measures 4 inches, my card's 4 1/4, so I just want it so that it's centered. Okay, press that down. And I can see that I have a tiny bit of overhang on this side, totally fine. I'm just going to bring in a pair of paper snips, and I'm just going to snip that tiny bit of excess off. Okay, and that's what we have so far. Now I like to wrap some ribbon around this, and so I'm going to bring in our lemon lime twist ombre ribbon because I just think it's amazing, and it kind of matches this old olive color that we have here. And you want to make sure that your ribbon isn't twisted on the inside of the card. Over to the front, and we're going to tie this in a knot. Like so. Trim off the excess. Manipulate it if you need to. And there we have it. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to design a little greeting here, a little focal point. And I've got a couple pieces of the doily. So I actually took one of the doilies, cut it in half, and cut it in half again. So I have 2 little 1/4 pieces. All right, we're going to bring in our everyday label punch, and we're going to give ourselves a crumb cake label and a basic black label. And we're going to do some stamping on this piece here. So I'm going to bring in a couple stamps. I've got one that says thank you, and then kind of a little flowery image here. I'm going to use our Tuxedo Memento Black. I'm just going to ink that up, stamp that about like so. And then I'm going to bring in this flower image. I'm going to come right over the top here. Give myself a few flowers and then maybe one or two at the bottom. And I'm going to color these in. I've got an Old Olive light Stampin' Blend marker along with a blender pen and my Tranquil Tide marker. And I'm just going to scribble some marker, Tranquil Tide, on this clear block. And then I'm just going to pick that up, just kind of mixing that blender pen with the Tranquil Tide. And I'm doing that because I just want it to be fairly light. I don't want a super dark Tranquil Tide here. And I'm just going to color in a few of these flowers with Tranquil Tide. And you can see the difference. As I was coloring with this Tranquil Tide mixed with my blender pen, you can see how nice and pretty and light that is. Scribble that off to clean it. If I was to just use my Tranquil Tide marker by itself, look at the difference. Look how dark that is. And I really wasn't going for that dark of a look on this project. And I'm going to bring in my light Old Olive Stampin' Blend and then just finish coloring in these flowers here. Like that. And now we're going to add this label to the black. So I'm going to snip this in half. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to both sides. And then I'm just going to pull this so I just have a little bit of the black sticking off the end. I don't want a whole lot. I just want a little bit to kind of make this tag pop. Do the same on the other side. Press that into place. And then for the doily pieces, I'm going to just come back here and add some snail to the back side. And then I'm going to line up my doily. So I'm going to kind of hold on to what I think is the center of the doily, this little scallop here. And that's going to kind of go in the middle. And then I'm going to have about whoops, I think I need this one. 2.5 scallops or so on the side here. So you can see I've got my scallop there, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing with this piece here. Okay, and then if I have any excess doily sticking off, I have a tiny little bit there. I'm just going to snip that off. Perfect. And now I'm going to attach this to the front of my card. And so since I've got the pleat here, it's a little bit high. I don't need a dimensional on both sides. I only need a dimensional on the one part. So I'm going to put the dimensional on the back side of this end of the tag. I'm going to just add some glue to the opposite end. And then when I lay this over, I've got the dimensional on the left and the glue on the right. And that way they'll be about the same height. Okay. And now we've got our panel for the inside. And you're going to love this next thing I'm going to show you because it's a brand new item from our new catalog that's not available until June 1st. Or it might be available to demonstrators May 2nd. I'm not sure. They haven't told us. So if you're thinking about signing up to be a demonstrator, you can order brand new products out of our new catalog in May. Okay. So we've got a strip of Mint Melody to the bottom of this Whisper White layer that we're going to stick on the inside of the card. And again, I line it up on 3 sides, the bottom and the 2 sides here. And that way I feel like it looks good when I open it because up here it's all Tranquil Tide. So even if it's not quite to the fold line, no one's going to know. Now check this out. So here's the card is basically done, but we're going to bring in our brand new detailed trio punch. Isn't this fun? And I'm just going to give myself a little punch here. So I'm going to line it up. This is the point. The cardstock has some bumpers on the sides here. And look at that fun design that I get. And now check that out. When the card is closed, you get that little bit of the Mint Melody poking through. And I just thought that was really fun. So that is my card. I do have a couple more that I showed you at the beginning of the video that all use the same designer series paper, all use the drapery curtain fold technique, and I think that's just amazing. I love how they all look different using the exact same design, but look at this paper. Oh, it's just so pretty. So thank you guys for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I always appreciate that. And if you need to order some supplies, please do so at shoppingwithbarb.com. I offer free gifts with purchase every month, so you can subscribe to my channel right down here. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.